All right. Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Sunday. And I am coming to you because I know that this is Real Housewives of Potomac Day, and I cannot wait to see tonight's episode. But I want to talk a little bit about the Grand Dame, aka Miss Karen Huger, and why I believe that if Andy Cohen and the execs at Bravo are going to be fair and do their due diligence, I do not believe that Karen Huger should be able to return next season. Now, we know headlines rang out this week when Karen missed the reunion. That is definitely something that is frowned upon. It should be frowned upon by production. But after Karen's team released the fact that she's in rehab, which those of us who are in media and entertainment were not surprised, because after the embarrassment of the DUI video was released, I knew that Karen was not going to take accountability for what she had done. Earlier this season, Karen insisted and doubled down on her belief that she was going to be innocent until proven guilty. But those videos prove that she was indeed driving under the influence, and there was no way for her to get out of it. So as opposed to actually owning up to her actions and, just saying that she was wrong, just taking accountability at a certain big age, just saying, yes, I made a mistake. I had a lot going on. Karen opted to go into rehab quietly and avoided the reunion. Now, I had an interview with Ashley Darby earlier this season for Collider, where I asked her how she felt about the fact that Karen was not taking accountability for her actions and not being honest. And that's something that eventually got Robin Dixon released from the show. Fans were all up in airs over the fact that Robin was not honest about what was going on with her and her marriage while on the show. However, I'm not sure if it's because of her age or because of her just inability to take responsibility for her actions. People seem to continue to give Karen a pass. And so this is a clip from my conversation with Ashley, where she kind of agrees that Karen needs to be held to the same fire that Robin Dixon was held to last season. But mentioning like people not necessarily being forthcoming, that's something that we saw happen last season a lot with the Robin. And so I wondered if, authenticity is something that, you've always been very authentic. You've been one of the girls that's always been very authentic. But I think we saw last season that that's something that's really important. Just, being on the show, being honest about what's happening. And so it felt very much a little bit like Karen was not necessarily doing that, even in the first episode.
Well, I appreciate your intuitive approach to that, because I think that, like Robin was held to the fire. He were held to the fire so much about this and this and this that happened while we weren't filming. Mm-hmm. And so I think it is par for the course, and everyone should remember that same decorum that you were requesting of someone else really should be expected of everybody. Absolutely. And so that was another thing that was challenging.
Yeah, Ashley said it was challenging, and really she was disappointed in the way Karen handled it. Now, Potomac has a lot going on. Karen is probably the least of our issues, with Mia raging in an unhinged fashion, which we'll tune in for tonight. But I just feel like, number one, Karen has not been accountable. Karen has never ever been accountable for her issues. We know Charisse has mentioned that she had an issue with drinking before, and Karen, instead of acknowledging that or even talking about it, Karen just made Charisse into her enemy and basically constantly pushed to get her off the show. Once Charisse was off the show, then Karen actually ended up being her own worst enemy with the DUI. But not to be, not empathetic to her, because obviously that's a sign that there's more going on. But I do think that Bravo has a responsibility to the rest of the people that sign up for the show and that are diligent with their contracts to make sure that everyone is held to the same standard. And so if it was good enough for Robin to be let go, then it's definitely good enough for Karen. Not saying that she has to be gone forever, but I definitely think that she should set next season out and make sure that she gets taken care of. Obviously we're talking about this DUI, but it's dangerous. Karen could have hurt herself or hurt someone else. And so hopefully she'll have a chance to take care of whatever issues she's dealing with, and maybe she can come back for the following season. But as far as I'm concerned, Karen definitely needs to sit next season out. Her missing the reunion was very telling that these issues have gotten out of control. And if Bravo does not hold her accountable, it's clear that Karen Hooger will never hold herself accountable either. So that's my 2 cents. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'll see you next time.